Alright, let's get back to it. I got the Goron link ready to go. Well, I don't have my speaker plugged in, so I can hear game audio. There we go. And Goron and Zora link are ready to go when we get them, so they'll be able to be there for your viewing pleasure to support the game. Oh, 24 masks total, that's right. As you can see that on the menu with how many spots there are. So yeah, I saved looking for that swamp gallery, and then it turns out there was also a fishing hole, so I knew I should just save both for now because I would want to do both. And we needed bombs for the Goron that I had no memory of how to do, and then it suddenly came back to me. It's just not how you would normally get bombs. Like, you normally get them in a dungeon, but in this game you get them in town. And I'm going to want to be regular Link. We're already on, the last day. Hopefully fishing doesn't take too long. Yeah, I guess my class this month, the lectures are at 5 on Tuesdays, so I probably won't stream Tuesdays this month. And then I had, my appointment I usually have on Thursdays, I had yesterday on Wednesday, so that was 2 days in a row not getting to play this game. Let's do this one first. Fishing is going to be a little more, I don't know, agonizing, is that the right word? I assume this is like, the other one. You want to get all of them. At least you have unlimited arrows. Ah, I missed one. Or did that get it? Man, there's so much time left. Good. I haven't been checking that branch, though. If nothing else is coming at me, it must mean I did it. 2020, is that some kind of sick joke? Oh, that was the last remaining one. Glad I looked. That moon's just chilling, like, wow, you really did it. That's a good shot. The largest quiver. So is there another one for not getting perfect? He's a little hard to understand. Well, I wouldn't know as I'm just reading. Oh, I guess he does have a W there. So I wonder if a non-perfect score gets you like a piece of heart. That was there the whole time. I wonder if you could still get perfect, though, and get a piece of heart. Imagine doing this with limited arrows. Hopefully you can still get a piece of heart this way. Getting perfect. Because I'm just too good, apparently. As those two get away from me. I actually might not get a perfect this time. Well, they still showed up. Still perfect, huh? Yeah, there's a piece of heart. I assume that's it for him. Yep. That was fun. Now to go fishing. Should I have restarted the time or no? I do have a bunch of fishing hole passes. That? And bottom dwellers. I thought that guy took the role of the curiosity shop guy, but he still kind of looks like the fishing dude. Not really anybody there. That guy. Music's different. Sounds more like a boss fight. You get in here. Get in my net that I don't actually have. He just went back in. What about in this water? What about in that there moist cave? I want to go in there. Where all the good fish are hiding. Yeah, if only I had my golden scale. Yeah, I don't see any fish in here, it's just extra water. I feel like my fairy would not be happy with me just fishing when the world's ending. We have all the time in the world because we can just reset it. So I guess it was worth getting all those fishing hole passes. And he can cast really far. Tiny fish, where are the big ones? Guess there's those for being a Deku scrub. You can still fish as him, nice. Well, that's just on there now. Can you even get any on the surface without this one? Or, I mean, are there any on the surface to get? Or can you just need this one for fish? guess you can zoom out. That's a tiny fish, I don't want it. Get off, you're too tiny. It doesn't want to get off. So maybe it's not as small as I thought. It seems really small, now it might not be. If it is small and I don't catch it, I'm gonna be made a fool of in front of the fishing man. Yeah, it's not that big. There's always a piece of heart in the fishing hole, right? I like how in Twilight Princess you actually see it out in the open and you have to use your fishing rod to collect it. But that's also like the one Zelda game, unless Skyward Sword also does it, where you need 5 pieces of heart for some reason to form a heart container. I don't know why they did it that way. It doesn't ruin the game, the game's still awesome, but still, it's just odd. Like, it's always been 4. Right, get out of there. There we go. Man, the barking is still happening. My dog isn't even really... She's paying attention, but she's not barking with them. Yeah, this is going nowhere. Doesn't he make a comment about you scaring the fish if you jump in? I thought that was in something. She likes that fish. The barking always stops at some point. Come on, let's catch something big. Besides our deaths at the moon. The full moon. Okay, it was not this scarce a fish in the first game, but is that because we're close to the end of the days? If I come back earlier, is it better? Well, there's more fish over there. Come on. There again, she's going to fish over there. I guess because it's closer to us it's closer to the shore. Seems like wherever I cast, I don't land near any. Oh, there's a guy. You know, why is the music this intense? Like, isn't that the same music when that guy robbed that lady? Decent size. I don't know if it's really big enough to get me something. If I talk to him, he's gonna give me something. What is this, centimeters? Say it like an American in inches. Give it a try. That's all I can do right now. I'm not a Goron yet. Yeah, I don't know why, I just felt the need to check if I was muted on Twitch. And I am. Only time I'm ever not is if I was watching in Twitch on my computer, and then I forget that I was, need to remute. Fishing's supposed to be relaxing, isn't it? Doesn't seem like it is. The moon's falling, and I'm not catching a big fish. There's a guy. Hello. Yeah, there, you want it. You're not gonna swim into that crack there with the kelp. You're coming to me. Decent size, come on. None of them got, I mean, they're harder to find on this. Harder to cast to, but once you get them, they're easier to keep on the hook. I think it's just that good of a line. They really want that lure. Come on, we're so close. You're almost out of your element. Let's go. Nice, get up that thing. Oh, we got him. 12, okay. Now, do you have a present for me? Probably has to be like 15. Well, I mentioned R and A. Oh, it is the same guy. Well, maybe, I don't know, he looks a little different from that guy, but that I was thinking of, the Curiosity Shop, but... Oh, it's gonna be night soon. Oh, that ruined it. Unless there's a fish here. I mean, I don't know if she likes that one because it's the biggest, probably just because it's right there. Maybe get to stay in the water, it doesn't like reset the stage or whatever. Make you like enter the door again. Okay, you're not that big. So I'm assuming 15 is like the kicker there. Because we caught one bigger than 10. I mean, if you know the world's ending, you just want to fish and pretend it's not. I get that. How far to the bottom do these fish go? I mean, it's not that deep. You know, I guess it would be a waste if there wasn't at least one mission that lasted all 3 days. That was weird. Oh, you hear the rumbling because of the moon? Is that what that was? The moon still has a few hours to go, so... Probably gonna end up having to go back to town, save my rupees, and then start the days over again. I forget, if you let the moon crash, it gets rid of your items. I'd assume so, they gotta have some incentive to not let the moon fall. Besides, you don't want people to die. You don't want your money to die. to make sure there is a piece of heart to be had at the fishing hole. I mean, there usually is. Majora's Mask, fishing hole. 3DS in case it's different. Damn, this is kind of elaborate. Oh, it's like about, like completion, getting all the rare fish. And then... I'm just looking for what you get. It might just be completion and not pieces of heart. And it mentions being a Zora, which makes sense. And like different requirements that you need to catch them. I'm gonna keep the fishing lure, I'm just gonna peace out. Warp with it. Oh, never mind, I can't. Because it said be, like, able to do it 6+ times in a 3-day period. I guess it doesn't carry over. I had 5. I guess, is he depressed? Go back to Clock Town. So once I get the Goron mask, I'm going to want to do Romani Ranch stuff. Or it's, not Romani Ranch anymore. Or is it? Oh yeah, it is Romani Ranch. Lon Lon Ranch is what it was in the other game. I already had it right. He's talking about evacuating. He knows what's going on. So he's still taking money from, like, letting us deposit, even though it's pointless now. So really, when you, like, you keep the stamp that I guess somehow links to how much money you have, when you reset the cycle, aren't you technically taking someone else's money? Because you're going back to before you deposited it? So Link's really a thief? You do need to buy a powder keg, so I'll withdraw some money. And it really does help. It's, like, so much faster when you don't do that. I mean, that's what slowing is, but, like, even so, it's a lot slower. So that's the swamp. We want to go north. And also get some rupees, like I said, and forgot. I'm gonna say it's like 50 at most. Hey, I don't tell you how to spend your money. If I don't want to be wise with it, I won't. I'm gonna buy explosives. Maybe it wasn't this way. Oh, mountains, yeah, it is. Well, I mean, yeah, like I've said before, I am technically a child, but one you have underestimated. I'll need bombs and arrows. Looks like I need the arrows again, even though we already shot it down. There's the bombs as well. I don't think I've got... Oh no, I did get a bigger bomb bag. I just skipped over the original bomb bag. Which I never knew was a thing in Zelda, you get the bigger one first. I swear there's a hole in the ground somewhere here. Yeah, that's right there. With more dongos, right? Yeah, they can spin on you. Yeah. Need one full heart. So rolling, even if it hits you, is getting around it. Still alive. They are much tougher in this game. Oh, that one got me. This is not working. Maybe I should come back with the stronger sword. I don't have a fairy anymore because the consumables go away. You reset the cycle. There we go. Forgot it needed 2. Luckily you find arrows 10 at a time. Please be some hearts in this tree. Actually afraid of a Tektite right now. Damn it. Oh, there's a fairy in it? Alright, cool. The game took pity on me as it'll do. Nice. And there's the thing, this is where you get the swords, like the gold dust, which you need to go through the temple to do. Which is a lot easier once you've already beaten the temple, because you can, like, warp. Anything to be had from doing this besides those rupees? No? Oh yeah, that guy's the frog mask. Broke his pot. That's a great first impression. Zubora. Kind of looks like the fishing guy too. I don't know who he's supposed to look like. Smart as a Deku stick. You don't believe in hot springs in a place where it gets cold? Why is that so unbelievable? I thought maybe he'd explain the process. Oh, another fairy. Maybe fairies are a little more generous in this one. Maybe that was a snowball and not the Tektite that gave it to me. I don't remember. I think the beaver race is another empty bottle, but I don't remember all of them. Pure. from such a high place. What am I supposed to give you? A bomb? A rock? These are snowballs, not rocks. And I just broke one. I mean, of course it's a rock, but... I'll need that lens of truth first, right? Is this where you start climbing and you need the lens of truth? You don't want to be in the cold water. No damage, though. Yeah, I think you want to go this way first. You can't jump down. How do you get up there in the first place? Oh, there's no barking for a little bit. And those who cannot perform the Goron jump. So you can't even go this far. There's somewhere around here is the lens of truth. Oh no, rolling into the tree. Oh well, we're going back. I guess there's also a route this way that I just wasn't noticing. Was that only like a quarter of a heart? Yeah, the Goron village. Like that I lost to falling. Ah, Tingle. You gonna sell a map I don't have? I don't have like a Kana Canyon. I do want to talk to Tingle, he might give me trouble. No, he doesn't. Probably better ways to get his attention, besides trying to break his legs. Hurry before he gets back up. That frozen guy. I'm coming, Tingle, don't you get back up in that balloon. No, I said don't do that. Ah. Before he even got all the way back up. Yeah, we've had this conversation. Oh, he even says it again. I thought I only did it once per cycle. Alright, I do have both. Then you're worthless to me. Making me use 2 arrows. Was there even a good payout for defeating these? Being the gatekeeper in this cold is hard. Yes? Oh, and there's the scrub there. Man, even in here it's cold. And this kid. I wish somebody would kill that baby. They can't eat either? I guess all the rocks are frozen. Let's never stop them from eating a rock that's already hard. Do they sell the powder kegs? No. Tough to make it through the cold dressed in that outfit. So, like, ores over here they're not letting me have? Yeah, the crying doesn't enter that room. I think it would. The shop music just plays too loud. Well, here's a rock. You're hungry, right? Didn't catch it. He's out. Well, I don't have the song to deal with this kid yet, so... maybe that's when you can get the fire lit. Need a Goron roll. I was thinking maybe you throw bombs up in there, but... unless you can land on it and throw the bombs. Alright, yeah, I don't think you can do anything here yet. Besides get those Deku sticks and lose our hearing. And throw rocks at Gorons. Yeah, why is he hungry? There's rocks there. And the story doesn't check out, I tell you. And we can get another piece of heart. That's my only reason for doing this before you can even get all the scrubs in one go. It's because you can get a piece of heart out of it. Here's where the Lens of Truth area. Hello, Owl. Fairy child. You don't have to call me names. As I had expected. We'll become a land where no living thing can survive. No, I won't. It's a video game. I'll be fine. Yep. Because, yeah, that's... I was gonna say, that's where you get the Lens of Truth, but you can't see the path. I guess it's because he leads you. I didn't remember that. And you, like, go where his feathers fall. You still have to know when to jump. Oh, that was pretty fast. I don't need to rely on my feelings. I'll have a Lens of Truth. That's a cheat sheet. Rely on your feelings. I don't know if I've actually seen the Ocarina randomizer, but if this one's randomizer exists, I assume that one does. Because then if you got this, and you didn't have the Lens of Truth, then you'd have to, like in a randomizer, then you'd have to go back without seeing the way. But I mean, you'd have the Song of Soaring, so it really wouldn't matter. Hey, you're here. You able to see me? All behind me. What was he doing chilling out here? Also, who's murdering all these people? Because Ganondorf isn't here. He's still sealed away until Wind Waker. I'm not made of magic power, dude. You might want to get a move on. I mean, I'm twice as much made of it as I was before, but still. Oh, hey. Following my new friend right now. At least he waits for you. What if I didn't equip the Lens of Truth again, and he assumed I could still see him? Tingle has no idea what's going on. Unless he has these powers without needing the Lens of Truth. I guess this is kind of like what it would look like in Death Note, when you could see the dead people, or the, not the dead people, the whatever spirits. But still, giving up half your life for that? No way. There was some more. What I was hoping for. Yeah, this is where it is. Yeah, maybe they thought that we wouldn't find this on our own, playing the game for the first time. So they just had him be right there. Yeah, I don't know why I went to that one when it doesn't work. Either one's gonna go up there, right? I guess it branches again. This one's more promising. No, it's not. Oh man. So was that the left path, or the right path leading to a... it was the left path. Unless it wasn't. Thought it was the left path that I did first. I gotta make it like this. There we go. Ah, his brother's all frozen. It is his brother, I know. Ah, the gravestone. Soaring once said the one who could see me would be arriving soon. Did he say this to him when he was dead? Like, he can see him too? I guess that's how he knew where the platforms were. You can see like where he was slashed when I was alive. Wait, he didn't even... You just got... It was a blizzard blew him away? Oh, wait, wasn't that a giant Goron doing that? So he got killed by a Goron? Or may have died when I cannot rest. Oh, that's deep. Prolific. I don't have that ability. Is that like when a food place doesn't have an item anymore? It's like, well, you had it like the other week. It's like, yeah, that we don't anymore. We don't have it now. But no, he is understanding. There it was. I knew it was Saria's song backwards. Well, soothing melody. Stars are melting away. So since he becomes a mask, does he lose his face? And I get it. They're all fans. Apparently he's not a fan of proper teeth care, because he lost a bunch of them. Or maybe that's probably from eating rocks, though. Eating rocks will do that to you. Might leave my undying feelings with you. You should read it. I'm supposed to break it. But I'll read it first. You really notice that it has like the two things on the end to put the string through. For your assistance. Oh. I'm a Goron. God, it's really freaky looking. Rests here. Lift objects. They gotta have some weakness. Oh, you don't even have to break it, you just move it. Well, they're Gorons too, why can't they do this? The hot spring was right in their own backyard. I gotta get rid of this fairy now. I only have one bottle. I don't remember where they all are, besides the beaver one. He uses magic power, right? You're not that great. And then whose grave was I making? Because it was so warm? That's an interesting theory. Their money. Alright, well he didn't give me anything, so... I don't have to go back in here every time I want to unfreeze stuff. I'll unfreeze the old guy and then I will hold off because... you have to do the temple anyway before you can do the gold dust part. Like you're just taking your own face off. And it never gets less painful for him. Come on. There we go. Yeah, the guy's over here. I mean, this is like an upgraded sword, I guess. What are you doing here? Oh yeah, you can pound. Oh, what? I forgot it did that. Be cooled with regular water. And I'm gonna climb up there again. Nice, I don't need to use the Lens of Truth yet. It seemed like that might use a little magic power, even though I wasn't using the ability, but no. Was it had the blue streak? No, come back. Oh, that one would have worked. I just was doubting it. Come on. There, we're on this one, don't fall. So it was to the right. And then to the left, and then to the right again. Right, left, right. Alright, that was, I guess it was easy to remember. That's why I become a Goron again if I have to jump across his Link. Or swim as Link. Really does not last that long. I guess if you do stock up on the water, you, gotta get to where you want with it fast. There we go, he was right there at the bottom. With his odd Goron appearance. It's already this late. Urgent business to tend to. Oh, Damani. Maybe you are hallucinating, you are old. My dear son. How did he have a child at this age? How is his kid not, like, regular geriatric if he's this old? No, teach me the song. Teach me the song. I think he takes a few steps and then he's like, okay, too much, I'm too old. I'm not even following you, well, I guess I am. I was thinking he was going this way, of course he's gonna go up that way. He does this back too. It's like Kirby. Yeah, those things from Mario Odyssey are basically this. But like they're always in the curled up form. This is, dude, you are just painful to wait for. Can I carry you in this bottle? And just hit you with it instead. I like how he looks all rolled up. Guess you can control when he... Like if you press it early, then he'll stop in a different spot. Alright, come on. Let's wait for him like this. It's a humorous thumbnail image. He's not even making it up this thing. Oh. What if I'm me? He might. I might actually have had to talk to the sun first. You have to go see his... I could have already seen his son and then told him, but I didn't go there yet. Or I didn't go into the room. Well, should have done that. Or the son teaches you the song, and then you play it for the guy? No, the guy teaches you and you play it for the son. Actually, I could open it for myself, right? How come he doesn't turn to stone? Am I special? I guess I am, because I'm Darmani. I'm not an imposter. Shut up. Oof. Also, oof to that. Daddy. Daughter. Where are you? How come his dad's an ancient man? Did he just find this baby and raise him as his own, like Goku? He's the one guy that says we thought you were dead, rather than like he knows I was dead. Well, now I've talked to the crying child. As both a human and a Goron. Not a Deku Scrub, though. No, I want to roll up, I don't want to talk. Supposed to break all of those? How do you do that? Oh, so why do you want to do that to these Gorons? I mean, maybe it's simple enough for some of them. Yeah, I don't know, man. That first one was easy. I don't see how you can get all of them yet. Oh, they probably rotate once you light the torches. That's probably what it is. And that guy's gonna be frozen again. At least you can move fast like this. There he is. Climbing up that thing for a third time. But we remember right, left, right. I feel like the smaller jars give you a good amount. I don't know if they always did that in the other game. Ready to equip the Lens of Truth early again. And that was right, now left. And then... right again. Alright, I guess when you remember, it's not that bad. Like, it seemed way longer to climb when you had to guess. It's still not the shortest climb ever. He's not that enthused about getting hot water when it's so cold out. Lands in that cold water from so high up like it's nothing. It's a straight shot to the Elder. I already knew his son was upset. Would I have to, like, actually talk to his upset son to be able to tell him about it? I mean, maybe Link didn't even realize that is his son. Maybe he figured his son was more age appropriate for a man this old. What? See, now he says it. My son is crying because he misses me? What a little puss. Back in my day, in the 1800s, we didn't cry about stuff. Why do you know that? My son missed me from your child. Your father has work to do. Are you a ghost or a figment of my imagination? I no longer care. You feel pity for my crying son. No, not even sorry for him, just pity. Sing my son to sleep with this song I'm about to play on my drum. I'm not playing on the drum. I'm playing on the drum too. It's a melody that was often played for you when you were young. Hey, it was probably around when all the Gorons were young. Even the first Goron. Yeah, doesn't he get it wrong at first? That is funny. Oh yeah, he only remembers the beginning, but then the son knows it. I get this swanky drum set up, he only gets one. Well, maybe that's just back in the day. They didn't have it like that. Like how they've got 8-string guitars now. Back in his day, they didn't have that many. It seemed like you forgot it, but I'll pretend that that's true. Mm-hmm. How does he even remember he has a son? I don't know, maybe oldness for Gorons is different from in people. I mean, some old people have it together. Even at like 100. Like someone at my grandma's retirement home literally is 100 and he has it all together. I mean, he's still from a time where views are very outdated because he's old, but still. He is, not senile. There, I can do it. I thought so. Your job is now obsolete, Gatekeeper. You are jobsolete. Seemed like you need a fire arrow to light their initial torches, unless singing to him does it. Well, he was frozen, now he's not, but he probably is again. Well, if I played it on the ocarina, it probably wouldn't have worked. I'll sing the next part. I was so close to being the rest of it. Like, that wasn't just the beginning, that was, like, 2/3 of it. This giant lip quivering, it looks like a tongue. There, now they can actually rest easy. He curls. I mean, if Link's that, relieved, think of how the ones that have been stuck with it feel. Oh, it did light up torches. Oh yeah, they fell asleep too. Hey, it said it lit the torches, but they just lit. Oh, the Deku sticks. How fast do these stay lit? For a while. Wow, for a long time. I feel like that's even longer than the last game. Yep, it rotates them. Oh, now they're on fire? That's dangerous. Ah, still a Goron's Grief. Like mad. Yeah, either they just never, like, you know, get all disintegrated, or it's a lot longer than Ocarina. Want to get back a little bit. Oh, now there's actually something in there. Huh. Is this for the... Huh. Well, I was gonna do all of them, but now that fell out. Yeah, you can take it out of there, so it's for that hungry guy. This is their version of Hungry Man. Gotta get up another way. I knew it was rock, I didn't remember it being rock sirloin. That's funny. There's even a bone in there, but it's a rock. That just when you freeze some meat. Alright, here we go. This is not for you, sir. I mean, how is that going to cool you down if it's like a icy rock? Is that a hot spring too? Oh no, that was one of those guys. Looked like hot little steam coming from water. I don't know if I have to go across the bridge. I think you can just walk up that. But I'll just take the bridge. Hey, Tingle. Don't you be eyeing my sirloin. There he is again. Man, getting old sucks, especially in this cold climate. And a hot climate would also. So I don't know if I just got lucky and you had to guess, like, not guess, you just had to keep going until you found it in one of those. I mean, if I feed him, maybe they'll end the mission, I don't know, but... There's probably still stuff in the other ones. Somewhere. Where is he? Up on that? I guess he isn't too slow walking. It's so good that I dream about it. The Dongo Cavern's finest quality rock sirloin. Wait, so does that mean they got this from Hyrule? Blessed be this meal. Alright, that's the only time I'm helping you is I don't need I just need the mask once. That's the reason my favorite food. What rocks are all Goron's favorite food. What else do they eat? But I guess specific types of rock, like rock sirloin. It's part of that same one. I guess the whole point of the bomber is to help people, so like once you finally help someone through it. I helped I had the baby fall asleep, so... Well, you do want to do that, but... Well... I assume that was the main business with the chandelier. We don't have to go back there. But I can't help but wonder if there's a piece of heart. Piece of heart up there. Man, I love going this fast. What do you even need a Epona for? You can go this fast. So is this what killed the guy? He said it was a blizzard. Well, let's check that piece of heart if it's there, and then reset time. Because this took about a day to get to this point. Oh, is there like a... Yeah. There we go. I was thinking, like, how would a hookshot or something reach that? Well, I guess I still need a hookshot-like item. I mean, a hookshot or a boomerang, that's all there is. No flips. Thanks to that taking a while, I noticed there was no path where I was going to go originally. But yeah, is there a boomerang in this dungeon? And because that kind of like, because of the hookshot being in the dungeon right after, why even bother? Oh yeah, I guess I could have warped, but that'd be kind of lazy. And I could go in that hole. No. Oh, he's gone. He knew I was too powerful. Hopefully it'll still be rotating. Oh, there, that was the wall. Yep, can't go enter the door through a wall. Oh good, it is still rotating, nice. And I could have done this and then taken the rock sirloin, I guess. I wasn't sure if it was going to disappear on me. Oh, come on, Darmani Link. Damn, even my fairy can keep up with me. How fast is she? So that, yeah, I figured there'd be some... Oh no, I was gonna start over. There'd be some rupees too. If you break a rock as a Goron, or just in front of a Goron, they get offended. You could have eaten it. You wasted it. I mean, that's a good way to farm rupees then. I like how themes like this one are still in every Zelda. They get a little bit of a rework. This one I think is just the same as Ocarina, but in like Twilight Princess it has a cool beat behind it. These are like Lego heads. Legos would have been around. They've been around a while, right? Ouch. Wasn't sure if I was too late on that one. What was that? I didn't grab it, whatever it was. Or I did, I don't know. It seemed green like a rupee or magic. The moment's already passed on Twitch too, so I can't check. Oh, maybe I just got the luck of the draw. Getting the sirloin first. Maybe they all have 20, and it didn't let me grab one I already got. If I didn't get that magic upgrade, I'd be out now. Yeah, it's looking that way. I mean, still, we're getting money to put in the bank. Not a waste. I don't know why that sounds satisfying, knocking into stuff. Well, now we know. I mean, other people already that had played this remembered. I know you buy the powder keg somewhere. I should have checked in there to see if once you're Goron you can buy it. I guess we can get this piece of heart before we reset time. And we'll put stuff in the bank and then reset time. Oh yeah, I was going to the shop. I was going to the chandelier again. I was like, well, I already did that. No, you buy them in Clocktown, that's what it is. So I didn't even need to, like, take out rupees to use in Clocktown. I mean, to use here. Is it it's the bomb shop? It also sells powder kegs. And then getting the Moons tier will also net me like 30 more rupees. Oh yeah, start you off at Clocktown. Well, I'm already at him, so... He still calls you little guy. That's what they call interest. Up here, isn't it? Oh no, it's to the west. To the west. I mean, it still gets me there a little faster than I think going around would have. Yeah, the mayor. Oh yeah, talking to the mayor. Going there at a certain time does it too. Oh yeah, I've got to be Link. So I have bombs and arrows. I don't know what the third minigame is at the shop here. If I had the hook shot, I could avoid getting wet. Oh good, I do have arrows. Does that balloon still show up? Yeah, it does. Don't re-show up. Like if I don't get here before 6. Now I was gonna say now the best place to farm is the chandelier, but that was only one time for each one. And the only reason to do this when we can't finish it yet is for those pieces of heart. I don't think I've ever gazed in the telescope when time was getting to the 12-hour mark. Or 12 hours past, not 12 hours left. Probably already said this in the first stream, but that moon had given some kids nightmares. Was this one E10? Was Ocarina E10? Twilight Princess was T, and the reason was like the animated blood and fantasy violence. It's like, well, I don't recall there being blood. There's Ganondorf like coughing up the green slime in Ocarina that probably was just regular blood in other countries. We need to actually go to get the deed and then go to the swamp and get that deed first. Here we are. I guess I could... The ranch is, you can do the thing... I forget if you can do it on the second day or just the first day. Because by the third day it's too late. I think to be safe I'm going to go there on the first day. Because powder kegs aren't exactly cheap. Yeah, speaking of fish, if it's not for any items, I don't really want to waste time getting all those rare fish. I don't even need it to get the Fierce Deity mask. Guess I can be a Goron again. Yeah, I can beat you up. I'm a Goron now. You don't talk back to me. Oh, he's a huge Deku. Look at him compared to me. Like, he's even taller than... Well, he's standing on the flower. He's about the same size. And then go to the swamp. After we have to watch him go away, fly away. Alright. You're not gonna question a Goron leaving, right? Actually, I can just warp. That was the game plan, and then I forgot because he took a while to leave. There we go. So if you buy a powder keg, you don't have to lug it all the way over there. You can just put it in your inventory. How complete is our songbook? Because we need the song from... There's like a Great Bay song. And I assume these show up as soon as you get your ocarina back. Or I don't think they make you actually play them on your own after hearing about them first. Yep. Yeah, I did get the piece of heart here already, right? Sanity check. Man, he has to take it off because I don't have it equipped. Yeah, it's a regular heart now, which I could still use. Yeah, we fill in a row with masks. Now we got 7. That's how numbers work. Imagine just doing this if the game didn't have warping. Oh no, my circle pad fell. There it is. Luckily I saw where it fell. Second time in a row I forgot to just skip that. Only a few extra seconds, but... And the Gorons are this way. So I think for the sword upgrade, initially you just give them your sword, and it takes a few days. And then they say they can make it even better with gold dust. Probably gonna want to verify that before I commit to any time. I am interested. Well, I can get the money. So my bomb bag is worth 800 rupees to you? I mean, that's gonna, like, be most of my money in there. Well, I did just deposit 100 something recently, so... $165. Alright, so I still have over 100 in there. Good thing I robbed that old man again. There we go. Yeah, he's doing business with the Gorons, so that's what he wants to, the business he has with me. Then we'll give him the deed. No, it's a good thing I have that wallet. I think 500 is the next you deposit to get another wallet, which holds 500. And we gotta check out, I guess we'll check out that hall before we go reset time. I guess I can still use the bombs as a Goron. Business Scrub Association. Do I need to be a Deku Scrub to give him the deed? Place surrounded by grass. I was thinking he wanted to be at the Bay Temple, but I don't have that deed. It's land in exchange. Back to the swamp. I guess that is where they're indigenous to, right? So what is the, you trade the first guy a moon tier. So where does he live after that? He doesn't have a deed to any place. Oh, I think they said it was 3. I moved pretty fast. Yep. Now... there was one more thing I was gonna do, right? Oh yeah, I was gonna go in that hole. Alright man, you're gonna have to stay frozen now. You get the bigger bomb bag or quiver, only to lose all the restocked bombs and arrows you got. Restarting the time. I don't have that much magic. But we'll manage. I mean, I should be able to leave it on and be fine. Well, maybe not. You can kind of see on the wall, too. Oh, I say as I mess it up. I guess you can't completely. Well, that doesn't help us get up there in time with the magic. Isn't it fun hearing that sound over and over? I guess we could have been fine leaving it off. Look at that. I guess those were both big ones. Makes sense, because it takes a bit of magic, a bit of time to get up there. Or if eventually you can get hot water somewhere else. Don't recall, though. I don't think you do. It'd just be nice not to climb that every time. Nice. I even fit in there. Oh, there's more hot spring water in here. Well, there is another spot, it's in the same area. Damn, I should have done that instead of the old guy at first. That's cool. Or the opposite of cool, because it's hot. Here. I don't have any money to invest. Yeah. Lose my items. No, I wanted to do Romani Ranch first. Might not even do the temple tonight, might just get to it. Because, like, we have a little bit of time, but, like, I feel like if I start the temple and finish it, it'll go a little over. Yeah, I want to play the song. It's already half an hour after. Already wasted half an hour not making time all slow. I guess I have the Goron part to do the Andrew quest, but I should just wait until I have all the items I need. I don't know if it is exactly 50 rupees, but we'll withdraw that many. we go. You don't have the powder keg? The one you have is better, don't waste your money. You dummy. Oh, he sells them, the Goron. Selling... Does he work here? The Goron Village Cave, I did not remember that. Sir, do you know who I am? I'm Darmani. I don't need you lecturing me on proper powder keg use. Should plug my phone into the charger while that's going. There we go. Act like I didn't forget to skip it again, like I had a reason. The Goron Village Cave. Ah, there's a fairy in that, huh? And then should still be the first day. Able to do Romani Ranch. Where's the dad? Is he asleep in this universe too? No, I wasn't quite up there yet. As long as the cycle's still going, it should be, like, that should stay unfrozen to go into the easier hot spring. There's a Goron Village Cave. Haven't really explored much around here. Oh, and it is blocked off with that. Well, I'm gonna warp then. So I'll just use, yeah, I'll go, because I'll go and unlock that other hot spring. Because, if I don't and try to go all the way from the Lens of Truth area, it might turn cold on me. With how fast I'm moving, how does that not heat it up? All the friction. He comes back. He's back up there. I guess he still has the mask, but I have it too. Yeah, that's how time travel works. Duplicates items. There we go. What do we want first? Looks like that one's gonna be faster. Not really which one we want first, it's which one is gonna be first. I actually just grabbed it right away. It does have that little oval in the middle for like a pupil. It's kind of faint. But I think I see it there. Am I gonna be that guy that doesn't bother to unfreeze this dude? Oh, I gotta do this again. Why'd they put a grave over this? I guess it didn't used to be this cold. But even so, it would still sing. It would sing. It would still snow. Anything will help happen if you unfreeze him as Link? Like, I don't know who you are, but appreciates it. Doesn't really do anything. I mean, it helps him, I guess, but who cares about helping people if you don't get anything in return? Alright. I mean, you can stock up on all the hot spring water you want, but it's a limited hotness. Not helping the Elder again, though, it seems. There we go. So there's 2 fabled hot springs. I guess maybe they didn't know about this one. Well, this one would have been available before it froze over. No one looked in there. People aren't very perceptive in this game, are they? So even if I did not get there in time, it wouldn't be so bad with having that other one available. How tiny that bottle is in his hand, he could crush it. I'm sorry, what the hell is that? Do you have to do the temple first? It might be the case. Alright, maybe we'll do the temple tonight then. I don't know, a temple usually takes over an hour. I would usually in about an hour from now is where I like to stop, but I've been known to go over. Pretty sure I did that last time we streamed this, so... I need to take out these rupees then. Well, actually, here's what I'm going to do then. I'm going to make sure... I'm going to see if I have the right mindset for the Razor Sword. Razor Sword... 3D... Or Gilded Sword, I guess, is the one after that. The Razor Sword is limited. Gilded Sword. So if you clear the temple, the Mountain Village Death will be able to upgrade your sword to the Razor Sword for 100 rupees. It takes an entire day to finish. And you won't be able to use your sword in the meantime. So defeat Goat on the first day. But yeah, you need to, it needs to be on the first day. For the heck of it, we will, restart time again, because we can deposit our rupees as well. It's only been like it's been like 4 hours on the first day, but we can get those 4 hours back, why not? And then remember to play the slow song again right away, not wait half an hour in game time. Alright, losing a good amount of arrows, but only 5 bombs. I'd assume the Deku Scrub can't use bombs. You don't want anything that could set you on fire. Oh yeah, that's a third item that doesn't get lost. Lens of Truth. Yeah, I didn't remember that you had to... that Goron was all high and mighty and made you have to learn from a sensei. And then we can warp to where the temple is. Just from looking at the Goron picture, He has like a tribal. Is it considered a tribal tattoo if it doesn't go up your entire arm? But it's like on, I guess, his right arm, but it's on our left, looking at him. She can see it. What was it? It's those buttons. LYX. Dude, if you killed Darmani, you deserve to fall to your death. You big invisible bastard. Alright, he's huge enough and maybe you didn't kill him. Already have him a bottle. There we go. And then replace that so I don't accidentally use it like I did before. I don't know if the temple really relies heavily on the Lens of Truth. I want my fairy mask. Oh, this is the fairy. But they'll still give me magic, right? Bring them back to us. So if we get too far into the first day, I'll just defeat him again after resetting time, because we can just easily get back there. But if it's late enough, I might have to do that next time. If it gets too late, I might not even finish the temple tonight, but I mean, the night is still young. I'm not like an elderly person. Why am I talking like that? It's just after 7 p.m. I guess it's because I work tomorrow. If it were one of my off Fridays, then different story. Kinda don't want to go too fast when it gets narrow. Bomb? Bombs? Haven't been down there anymore. I guess that's just their mating call. Yeah, the Picto Box still just shows up there. Oh, these things. But now they're not black anymore. I like how, like, he replaces the need for gauntlets. The Zora replaces the need for the iron boots. And it's like 15 always, right? Oh, map. Yeah, 15. Maybe the fire arrows are in this dungeon? There's a lot of ice. And there's only one door I can do right now. Yeah, they do the backflips. I don't even have to fight you unless you give me a small key. There's a stray fairy. Good thing this mask doesn't use magic. Jump. There's one down there. Can't pop that, can I? I mean, I can with an arrow, but I don't have any. There's a dang reset in time. Gorons are flying on the lava. Got bombs, but not the arrows. I guess I can't use bombs as a Goron. I was gonna say Zora. Man, no arrows. Oh man. I guess it also replaces the need for the heat tunic, but I guess that didn't save you from lava in the first game. Yeah, you want the snow to make you go slower. Just made it. There's a spot there. These arrows. Yes. And then put the mask on. I could go that way and this way. Kind of a central room. Or it is the central room. I mean, there's going to be some I can't get to yet. Is this just where we were before? No. Alright, that's a Goron switch if I ever did see one. I don't even have to do a pound. I'm that big of a boy. Put a wooden chest in the lava? Are you insane? Mad lad? Stray fairy. I was hoping for a map, but like, also, yes, we want stray fairies. I'm forgetting it's B to pound. Which I don't remember what this is for. Yeah, I do have a fairy already. Might be a switch, makes it like an elevator. Alright, come on. Yeah, we want to jump with Link. Good, arrows came back. I should try to put my mask on, but he went in there right away. Oh, that someone was already available. This is my map. That fairy face looking in there with its unblinking eyes. So I forget, you have to re-get the map if you reset time. Actually, I just be a Goron and punch these. What do I do? Anything to do here yet? Well, there still is. There's still. Yeah, this is definitely. You gotta get ice arrows in here. I mean, fire arrows. Yeah, there's already ice everywhere. That wouldn't do very much. Man, the arrows fell. Oh, we only have one under 50, and that's our maximum. I don't have any deco sticks because of freaking time reset. Okay, it's right by the fire and it's not melted. Might just be regular blocks, yeah. Oh, I'll pull both of them, I forgot. Man, Link's a strong lad. Nice. For some reason, when they say you can use it only in this dungeon, it always makes me think of SpongeBob saying, "You told me to keep it in this bottle, the secret formula." I don't know why, it just has for, I don't know, as long as I can remember. Not like since I was a child, maybe, but a good while. And I guess it could have been since I was a child. Both Zelda and SpongeBob have been around since I was pretty little. Zelda before I even existed. Isn't that a stray fairy as well? I'm not going to need the hook shot, right? Because I'm pretty sure that's a Great Bay item. You go down there, aren't you able to punch this? Well, this is where I was before. Can I get on that yet? Or do you pound this? No? Yeah, okay, can't do anything with it yet. Just need to use our small key. There's that. You want me to be a Deku Scrub in this dangerous climate? Of cold, yet also lava? Need this. I guess shooting an arrow through the fire doesn't count. It has to be an actual fire arrow. So once I get the compass, I think that's when I start to see fairies I've already gotten. Just climb the ladder. I don't think you can get enough speed to go on the bridge that way. Now we'd rather have bombs than arrows. I was gonna say rupees, but we're fine getting those. Oh, hey, Tribal, long time no see. Probably hard with the time difference and all. Alright, wanna go in here now. Is this the compass? That's making a spectacle, so I guess so. Lifts that like it's nothing. Oh, he has that tattoo on both arms. His eyes also looked kind of weird when he turned around. You have to ungoron to use the bomb. Yeah, you're at work while I'm streaming usually? Like, so does that like more so my evening is like your morning? Oh, that's already another room. Well, I got the arrows for him. If it works that way. Well, I guess I could have saved those. If I re-enter the room, it should be good. It's 12:22 p.m., huh? Yeah, for us it's still the 5th, and it's like, it's 7:22. In the evening. I can't climb that? Gonna have to... Oh, you can get them. I just want to hit it directly. I was trying to hit the thin part. You gotta be patient with it too, huh? Of course. Was that all the big ones? Where are my flips? There we go. It looks like there would be... Yeah, it seemed one's a truthy. It just had that, like, thing on the bottom. Well, I can't get back, but it's worth it. No, I can. Look at how small these chests look. Small key again. Oh, that was quick. Any other fairies in here? Nope. Didn't see where they could be. What do I have, 5? Yep. Close. We're like a third of the way there. Yeah, he really is in pain putting on the mask, like every single time too. He never gets used to it. Oh yeah, like one of these things. Paper Mario had one of these. Man, I already gotta take off the mask again. So I figured I'd save him the time before he has to be in pain again, but I guess hitting those boxes still hurts. So that just resets it. Okay, I didn't know if it was like a special thing there. He does a flip like it's an easy jump for him. Yeah, what's the point of this one? I don't remember. Let's see. You can jump on it. Supposed to do something as Link here? I'll see. More time than I thought it was giving me. Constant suffering, that is hell. He has to go through another trial after doing the first game. Yeah, Well, maybe I want to pound that and then pound this one. I didn't do a flip that time. It's like he knows he can't make it without grabbing. Oh, because then you can pound this and still get up there. I see now. I don't know why that one's on a timer, but this one is good to go. Whoever designed this dungeon. Oh, there's fairies in this room, but maybe not on this floor. Well, there is a thing in there. Can I shoot an arrow and pop a bubble? That looks like it has something. I guess I can always check. Deku Scrub Flower in there. Oh yeah, I'm gonna want to be a Goron. Yeah, I was trying to turn. Alright, so we can go that way, but let's check here first. Oh, this is the room we were in. Well, don't really need to do that until we have fire arrows that can make this a shortcut. Otherwise, we're just falling there for no reason. That's the same one from before. You play a bit of Zelda, it seems like everyone's racist to the Dekus. Yeah, I don't know. I don't, but, I guess they're, like, kind of overlooked the most. Like, I don't think soldier ever lets you leave the castle, or the clock town as a Deku. He doesn't think you can fend for yourself. It'll be the stronger Goron fighting this guy. Unless I need to shoot arrows because he's too fast. Oh, Wizrobe looking different. You just showed up. Yeah, but he's coming back. Coming back around. He might eventually be too fast to not use arrows on. But for now, he's doing well. Or I'm doing well. Oh, he's already dead. Is this where I get the item? The dungeon item? Seemed mid-bossy. Okay, because I didn't remember what the item was for this dungeon, but if it's not fire arrows, what is it? Like, yeah, fire arrow. Nice. So it's actually a separate equipable item. It's a little faster than having to go into the arrows, like the bow every time. And we can do that. Nice little shortcut there. Nice side flip there. Oh, your laptop, you found a laptop with some saved edited videos? Yeah, I should have saved more of those, like, from myself and other people. Because, like, they always get taken down. Got a notification that, like, a Dragon Ball edit was blocked for anyone under 18, which is funny that it took all this time for them to finally do that, if they were going to. I assume it'll stay melted. A lot more to explore now. Oh, this is a shortcut. Well, I can see there was stuff to melt in here, right? Yeah, there's a chest, which probably has a stray fairy. I want to start from the snow. I don't want to get frozen, though. There we go. Ah, good, more arrows. Oh, small key, right. These chests have keys as well. Oh, this was this room. Yeah, like once I like I'm probably gonna beat the boss and then restart time and beat him again. Because I don't know if you lose like your big key and all your key items for the dungeon too. If you restart time, so may as well activate that teleport. So I've been here, and that stayed there. I think that room was the shortcut. Well, green usually means something good. Oh, there's a Foster's one. Oh yeah, like yeah, that would be great. Like you couldn't think of, like you knew one in the back of your mind, and you finally came across it. Yeah, it's always good. I don't know if I ever saw one of those edited. How many torches could there be? Oops. Well, I guess I have this now. Makes more sense to have the Goron more readily available. Because who wants a Deku Scrub in this heat? Maybe I want to get rid of these guys first. Well, I can make that same mistake as long as I have hearts. Maybe I should find some magic. There we go. Well, that wasn't too hard to find. Now we can just kill these guys with fire arrows. We can hit them and not miss. Oh, so killing them was a chest. What about the torches? Oh, there's 3. Oh, why do I forget? Why am I not seeing the platform I need? There it is. Because that's a stray fairy, and then maybe another one for torches. Oh, that's for the door. There's a door there too, but we just opened this one, so... Here's the switch. Oh, that's that. And then you can punch it. I see. Guess it's good we went there first, because that was all there was to do. Oh, even from there you can't jump it. Well, I guess you can actually see this platform when you go in there. Just blind before. Oh, there's a fairy. Well, we already knew there was one in this room, we just hadn't gotten high enough yet. No, actually, we've been here before, just the platform wasn't raised. There's here. That is that. Yeah, we were here. We've gotten higher than that before, though. Now we gotta go through this way. This room says it has a chest. I guess I didn't do this yet. Well, because I didn't have the fire arrows when I was in here. I don't remember how you get the ice arrows in this. And there's the chest. I don't know. Oh, I meant to do Goron. I'm not going to fight them as a Deku Scrub. Just one punch? Or I guess maybe it was two. I like how they all have their own shield. Probably just lift this up. One of those slidey blocks. Oh man, that's trying to pierce my eye. Then we want to get up there. That I might need to reset this for. Yeah, it's looking like we'll do the temple tonight, and then next time I'll get that good sword. Which, it is cool there to let you do that even earlier in this one than in Ocarina. Oh, I think this is going to lead to that room where we push the twin blocks. Yeah. Maybe he'll do the flip from here. No? Darn, I like the flip. They say that was 8. Yeah, we're getting there. Then you can punch the blocks off the tower, but I don't know if they come back when you leave. This was the shortcut. Aren't you lazy to save magic? Yep. Yeah, we got the double magic. We can afford it. Oh, why did I think that pressing the same button again would roll? I just put him in pain again for nothing. Or in pain the first time for nothing. At least it's easy to get over these as a Goron. Oh, I do have the key, good. An Eno? I would not have thought it'd be called that. Oh. Of course it is, it's a snow monster. Well, we might get a chest for beating all of them. They know I wield fire and they're still going after me. Those fools. Well, now they're not, because they're dead. Stray fairies anywhere in here? Well, that's a Lens of Truth area. use the arrows as the lunge of truth? Yeah, I thought you could use regular arrows. Yeah, you can, just you can't use anything that uses magic. I'm glad they make those areas, like, discernible, like you see that little snow down there. Yes, that's where I came from. 9, we're moving on up, we're getting there. I just have never, like, done it on the first run of the temple before. Ooh. Why don't I be strong? Man, I'm like as tall as them now. I should use my Goron powers on the Dongo. Oh, they both had stray fairies in them. Well, that's kind of the game to do. I guess I didn't have to kill them. Is that the boss key? No, it's higher up. No, it's in there. Already nearing the boss. Well, last time the final 4 fairies were... There's another wizard rope. They were in the room before the boss. But this is the room before the boss. Yeah, now he wants us to use arrows. Which we're not going to use magic with, so... I don't know if fire arrows would do any more damage than regular. I thought I remember there being a time where he was too fast to not use arrows. He's not making duplicates of himself, though, the dang old fool. Oh, is he actually? Is that I didn't remember it being a thing, I just knew that he was magic, so he could. And he is doing that. He stole my idea right after I had it. Or like, right as I was having it. Damn it. This one's him, right? And you can tell who's, like, all spirity. There's the defeated sound. I guess 2 of them. His sound, and then the, like, actual vanquishing sound. Nothing to be had? Besides murder? Well, it wasn't murder, we were defending ourselves, although it was his house. Well, this is for the big key, so it wasn't for nothing. Might have been faster to open it as a Goron if you want to do speedrun strats. I know one is Deku Scrub Flower. But the hair seems to be flowing up. Like there's an even higher one. This needs to be raised slightly more. Yeah, how do you get to that Deku Scrub one? Not seeing it from here. Might be too low to see from there. Oh, there it is. But how to get there? I guess this way. Hopefully. And you land on the flower. Don't take damage. Well, that's 12. Missing a few. Actually, I should put this on again to see if there's any in here still. Just wear this mask around. Didn't work. Tends not to. The hair's not going there either. These are stairs. Is this the stairs I just took? Looks like it. There's a fairy in there. And I think that was it for this room. Well, this had 2 from the Dino Falls. They're not going to give me more. And that room didn't have any, right? But I can punch this. Can't I? I thought I could. That's odd. Well, back to square one. What do we have, 12 fairies? 12 out of 15. Let's get them all. Oh, the hair's going. Maybe you want to defeat these guys. Didn't I already, though? I think I did as a Goron. Yeah, as they only take 2 hits. 2-punch Goron. Glad that fairy mask exists. Less hair pulling. Less pulling my pink braids. Could be Lens of Truth. Be icicles. Well, one of them fell on me. Nope. Where's it saying it is? It is one of these. It's not as obvious as before. Oh, there's a box there. Never even noticed that. You're telling me a box isn't going to melt from fire? Does this game even fire physics? What else am I supposed? Oh, I guess I have bombs. Didn't even finish that sentence. Oh, it did land on top. I know I eventually got all the stray fairies once, but don't remember them all. Go this way. There was a fairy in that room that we got. Oh, you got it. I don't know when you said you had to take off, but thanks for stopping by. Always nice talking. Even if, there's a time difference that makes it not last too long, but it's still nice to talk. I guess I never hit one over there. Nice, no fairy in here, but there is a chest over in a room that I never got. Which could be a stray fairy. Oh, this room has a stray fairy, huh? Oh yeah, I gotta switch the regular arrows. Yep. You know, I actually did notice that area before, but kind of shook it off as like, oh, maybe you can drop from there at some point. Oh, he said he had to go into a meeting. He said, oh, wait a minute. He was saying it was like noon on his time. I was thinking like, man, it's like 7 to 8 there, but that's what it is here. Mixing up my time zones. Actually, forego all that. You have the arrows. I overlooked that. Well, yeah. Oh, it's not Y anymore. It's like the hook shot all over again. Yeah, only one left. Nice, I have to be young Link on there. Although, I guess in this game he's technically just Link. This Fierce Deity Link isn't like adult Link, it's a deity. Which is that foreshadowing that he becomes a Stalfos, because a deity is like a god. But then a god doesn't have to be dead. I just want to kill those now. Yeah, you have to do that first. Oh, good. That could be a stray fairy. Well, I mean, it doesn't. The hair's not going. Alright, we're still missing one. Well, the hair wasn't going in there. But maybe you do want to, because I never defeated this guy. Maybe it is in him. Nah, money. I'll kill for money too. Just to check. Yeah, there's no more in here. No. There's no Deku shortcut. No, yeah, this isn't actually going super late to do the dungeon. I just thought that it was like one of those things where it would have been early to end it without doing anything else, but then doing that one last thing would eat up into like 9 or something, which, you know, for a work night, I like to have a bit more of my night to do stuff, which by that I mean lie in bed on my phone and not being productive. I do have homework I could do though, technically, but it's not due till Sunday. And my class is a Gen Ed, which I thought I got out of all my Gen Eds with transfer credit, but I guess not. Oh well, they're still relevant, I guess, to some degree. But just the assignments I'm gonna not be as into, because they're not really too in my field. Too lazy to not use magic again. Oh, the hair's actually going in here. Ouch. Well, it's not frozen over anymore. Oh, it's because there's a chest in here. It wasn't for doing all that. Well, now I'm thinking, how long could it actually take to get the sword, and we could have it for next time. I see up there. Yep, that's where it is. But it doesn't go up that high. There's something I'm missing? Oh, I should plug in the 3DS charger. Remember how cool it seemed, like how... Oh, there are platforms. Like how cool the 3DS seemed when it was new, and now, like, then no one ever used 3D mode. Over this way. I wasn't even thinking of platforms, I was thinking of like a hidden alcove to help us get there. This is also making me think of the Emperor's New Groove PC game. I feel like the Catacombs had a block scaling thing. Right. Shouldn't have to worry about the Lens of Truth anymore. Or wearing this mask anymore. Yeah, that fairy mask really saved some time. So now can I punch these? That does that, as we just saw. I haven't been in here. Yeah, give me the money. Why wasn't... There. Nice. Nice ice. Terrible, terrible puns. Well, just one, but I know I'll have more. Oh, I meant to get some good, you know, some good distance for the roll. What are his, like, arm tattoos of? Oh, is that how they intend for you to get the... I remember using that to do that before. To get that one stray fairy. Yeah, this lock makes me think of Kingdom Hearts. Did I already say that before? Maybe it bears repeating. Yeah, I could get the sword and would still not be finishing the latest I finished on, like, a work night. Latest I finished ever was, like, probably between midnight or 1 AM or something with Luigi's Mansion 3. Taken much longer to finish than I thought. This is also the one where my Switch had enough and I had to restart it, and then in my restarting of that, didn't realize I was so close to the mic that I was, like, murdering everyone's ears. Luckily, I knew just enough basic editing in Vegas to fix that. So that's how he repays me for saving him. Well, maybe that's why he was frozen. Because he's just a dick. Doesn't appreciate people doing things for him. This one's fun, though. You get to go and roll around at the speed of Sonic. He eventually falls, right? And then you can wail on him. There. Even it means throwing your own body into it. Yeah, you're not the one throwing your body into it. So it seemed like it still, I mean, it hurts him to do this, but I don't know if that counts as killing blows until, you know, like as like actual damage. So unless you're hitting his eye. Also mentions arrows, huh? Or mentions, it gives arrows. It's like kicking up rocks. That circle pad came off. Oh, that's when I need arrows. Oh, my circle pad fell off. I thought a water bottle lid was it at first. There it is. But I was gonna switch to the non-fire because I don't know if they even. I don't think they even do any more damage. Oh, it's a bomb. Not the bomb though. I don't know if these pots respawn. They seem to be plentiful. Are you falling again? Link has a lot of pain transformation in this one. Man, that was 6. How did it do 6? I thought he'd, like, get up after 3. Yes, it's like Punch Out, he stays down longer. You seem to be going down faster. Really only able to go on punch him once, but I think a punch versus an arrow, they're both pretty painful. But this boss isn't super fast, but we're on the second day now, so we'll have to fight him again. Ouch, he got me. Yeah, I was down but not out. Oh, he has bombs now, damn. They're made in a bomb factory. I haven't said that one in a while. Come on, fall again. You're not falling so easily now. There you go. Now I can punch him. There we go. Maybe because punches might still be stronger than arrows. I feel like usually the arrows were a little stronger than your baby sword. Just running around instead of dying right away. How dare he? We're on a schedule here, even though I'm going to restart time. I end up going the long way. No, there you go. I thought it was going to be at that arrow where we entered, but... Do you visit the realm every time, or just that first time, to see the giants? To go to New York City and watch some sports? Yep, you go every time. Look at that, close up. Was he ready for it? He didn't seem to mind it. Oh yeah, they're like heads with legs and arms and legs. Oh, that's right, yeah, they're the ones that had the legs go all the way up. Guardians. That movie's not going to come out for a while. Well, I don't know, was it already out by the time this came out? I think so. I recall it being like a freshman year of college release, and so was this game, so... Like, that was like the fall of 2014, this was the spring of 2015. Yeah, I used to be able to measure stuff and like what grade I was in for a time, but now that I'm not like... Well, I guess I'm in school now, technically, but not like... as much, like one class a month. Yeah, it's like easy to measure time with, well, I was in that grade that year, so that means, or I was in that grade when that came out. Now it's like, I was in job when that came out. Well, that was a long span of you being in job. When in job. Little do they know I'm going to make it cold again soon, so I can restart the cycle. So yeah, if you're doing the frog mission, you gotta fight him again, right? Because this is where the frogs congregate. Wasn't Congregate like an educational game website? Oh man, I remember YouRuleSchool.com with the cereal mascots. That was my jam back in the day. And then some years later, I went to go on it again and it was gone. That's one frog. The dungeon's another frog, or the Deku dungeon. I'm gonna deposit our rupees. And why did I forget it defaults at Clocktown? I remember to skip the cutscene though. Excuse me, well let me take a look at you. Oh, no reason, just wanted to look at you. Oh, that's why I didn't... A cruel joke, deposit. That's why I didn't show up right away as I hit withdraw. A cruel joke to deposit 0. Yeah, so he'll still give you something for every time. Alright, I'm gonna invest it then, why not? That's it, you're not a big spender. Well, you just gave that to me after deposit everything else. You should have offered to keep it at the bank for me. So I'll, what was it, 100 rupees? Oh, that was the wrong song. So yeah, 100 rupees to get the sword. And you can't use it while they're working on it. But you don't need your sword to fight the boss, so that's fine. Yeah, the not getting any more remakes on the 3DS is like the main reason for me to be bummed that they discontinued it. Also that Alpha Dream went under, because that means no Partners in Time on the 3DS. Double no, because that and discontinuing. I thought maybe they would still do it, but they did Bowser's Inside Story first because people like that game more than Partners in Time. Which, as a kid, I just thought, like, well, how can you not like Partners in Time? It's so cool about the, like, time travel and them and the babies, which I still think it's cool. But, like, definitely Bowser's Inside Story is a contender. I still liked Dream Team and Paper Jam, but definitely the strongest are the original 3. Original trilogy. This is interesting, they actually have like a sword forger where you have to wait, you can't use it. Which, I guess even Odwalla, with the original items you have, I call him Odwalla, I always call him that by accident. Like that's still, you could probably hit him with the Deku Spin. He has like those blades on his hat. No, I need to get I need to melt the kiln. I don't want arrows too. Not good. And good timing. Yes, as long as you can have a full 24 hours elapse, you're good. Good. Guess I got that out a little bit early. I don't need the fairy mask on anymore. Oh, it's just since I thought since I took it off the button it was on, it was gonna take it off was gonna turn it off, but I guess since it's still equipped somewhere. And if only Link had taken his Lens of Truth with him that he got as a child. Actually, he could have kept his adult items too. He could have traveled back with them. Now, I've already saved your brother twice, and he never learned his lesson. I mean, technically, time reset, so anything he did learn would be unlearned, but... or just never learned yet. Nice, what is our third time pulling this grave? 1 times. So we don't have to destroy it, which is good. Don't have to insult his memory. Oh, what do you have? Spring water on you? No, no, I don't have any, sorry. No, no. This is regular water. So he's insulting that guy's intelligence. But he was right about the hot spring, so maybe he just doesn't speak our language, but he's really a scholar where he comes from. Yeah, you can't use arrows in here, right? It has to be the hot water. Yep. Funny that the kiln melted. It's like, isn't that a stove? Majora. A great favor. Oh, I didn't get my rupees out. Can I get a discount for melting your kiln? Oh, did they throw me out? Jeez, dick. I helped you. Yep, definitely forgot to get 100 rupees out. I had the right price, I remembered it. From reading it, not from playing this before. I can get my rupees from this distance. I do love the bank, it's very helpful. Like, even if you didn't lose your rupees for going back to the first day, it would still be nice to have so that you don't have as much, like, there's less chance to fill your wallet all the way up. And then not be able to get any more. Remembered halfway through-ish. Yeah, sure. Haven't died yet. The only time we almost died was twice trying to fight Dodongos. I can see why you couldn't wait to bomb them. Customer. Well, that's not kicking me out. Yeah, now I don't have it, which is fine, I don't need it right now. Fight that boss again after we just did it 1 times. There, I thought I was doing that at first, and then I thought, oh, I have to switch X and Y. Like how his arms just go crazy on there. It's still a spectacle. It seemed a little faster than it was before, right? Oh my god. You know what I just realized? We didn't go to the Stray Fairy. Oh my god. Please. No. After getting all of them? How did I forget? I think you do lose your Stray Fairies. Well, now we're gonna have to get those back. Well, We already gave the guy our sword. What we're gonna do is do that first, and then I'll pay for my dumb mistake and take a bit longer before we end the stream. We can grab any we see on our way. Well, actually, we're not going to see any on our way because we can warp to the bot. How am I that short-term memory? I was going to say stupid, but forgetting doesn't have to make you stupid. One of the perks of being live, people remind you, but there's no one here right now. Well, I'm here. So I technically have one viewer on Twitch. My God, how did I get so... Ugh. You're gonna keep hearing about me being rather sore with myself. I don't remember what this one's ability was, but we could have gotten it. Oh. Whoops. Like I just snubbed him. He offered me a rematch. Man. Just because it was right in our... It was in our grasp. Within our grasp, we had the requirements. Ugh. It would be nice if they had a reminder in there, like, hey, dummy, you got these stray fairies. Just gonna give them up. Yeah, and the Fierce UD mask will only be able to use it on a boss. Like, you can only really use it on the final boss. Like, as far as progress, otherwise you're just fighting these guys for fun. But they did have games kind of have a thing like that. It's not uncommon. Actually, I don't need this bottle at the moment. Quicker access. With how slow time is, I can probably fight this dude and then go look for the stray fairies rather than just skipping ahead a day. Ow. And I'll use the fairy before the race so I don't risk not getting the gold dust just because we don't have a bottle available. Stop that, guy. Are you harder to fight now? Come on. Well, at least you don't have to fight him a third time with the stray fairies. Another thing. And then we can beat Goron for that. Which we already are. Only got 3 on that one. But they were punches from a Goron, so that's pretty good. Oh, Goron again? Last time we only got it on the first and the last. Maybe I only get 3 because it takes me a little bit of time to meander over there as a Goron. That reminds me of Phantom Ganon and like his sounds and his energy orbs. Which I guess regular Ganondorf had too. They could have easily just had this one be Ganondorf got out. But the other dimension was very, very interesting. Oh, still no? Seemed like it did take him a little bit longer to go down towards the end. Man, I keep getting to do the punch. Should have just kept rolling into him. See if that would have worked. Stop it, Icicle. Jesus. Not Icicle Jesus, just Mama Jesus. God damn it. He has bombs now. Ready to tap, but that's where our fairy is now. I guess arrows are better as you get more hits in there, but again, if there's a trade-off in damage, for all I know, a punch is twice as strong, so it's the same. Man, that was good for him. Well, once you have all the dungeon items, it's not that hard to go through all the stray fairies. It's just, you know, still lamenting on my dumb. Ready to tap again. A big giant eye. I guess I don't have a sword right now. I guess I missed Rock's Poly on him last time. So is he the one offering the rematch, or is it the mask you get from him? Oh, no, I'm just regular Link now. Did that happen last time? Now it's springtime, everybody's happy. Let's just go ahead and do the race. No, it was the other way, huh? Damn, there was a piece of heart that way. I guess there was the powder keg guy. Is that where this leads? Use a shortcut. Now I wonder if there's like there's an item for beating all these. Nope. You want to check out the stuff that's available once you unfreeze. I feel like a chest that I got when my wallet was full was closed again when I came back. Is that a thing in this? Because you can reset time and whatnot. Or not whatnot, that's kind of the gist. Time-wise. Well, and slow it down and skip it ahead. So yeah, I want to learn the ways of the powder keg. Oh, this is a Goron graveyard. Oh. Oh, because there's a regular path there now, that's right. That's what that was. But I do remember the powder keg guy. No, yeah, I was wondering how there was a path there that wasn't the one we did. Map's all zoomed in now. Oop, there it goes. I don't go back in. I don't know why I tapped that when I could have pressed Y. There's a chest there. If this had been done when it was not when it was frozen, the waterfall was probably frozen. Yeah, I thought I was running into the chest. Well, hopefully it's not 50 rupees. Well, if it is, I can easily find that in grass and I was gonna say and whatnot, but I guess, yeah, whatnot is pots. Oh, I was trying to use my sword, I don't have it. Does the race cost money? Maybe I should hold off and see if it costs more money to use the gold dust. Alright, that was not the way of the race. Yeah, I mean, after this, I think it would be best to just do the Stray Fairy so I don't forget it for next time. Not the way we came? Maybe it wasn't. Seems like it. I thought south was the way we came. Yeah, it's like the Termina field music. Or not like that, it is that. You ever end up doing Romani Ranch today, then? When I punch these rocks? Well, now we're all set if it is 50. But we're gonna do the Goron race first. Oh, can't read that now. Oh, you do need the powder keg for that. You just said you weren't gonna cry when you don't get your way, and there you are crying. Well, he is a child, let's be fair. Oops, that's water again. Now we can't have easier access. We can have easier access to the hot spring. Which I guess we wouldn't need the water anymore to unfree stuff. Catch-22. Never read that. That was the name of the book, right? It wasn't just like a term in the book. Yeah. Now we can go in there. Hey, Big Goron, what's up? Yes? Oh yeah, this is just but it's live. Great start. Throw it. This is not a great start. Not that far, but still. When you're carrying stuff, you can't take the shortcut up. Look at all that. It's like almost like half the time to get up here. The way I did it. Not the normal way to, not the adept way to do it. I can't roll now. He's just very nonchalantly just going about his day carrying this, even though it could kill him. That works out well then. Like the other thing I need to do is how I can use powder kegs. Dude, don't you see me? I'm holding explosive right now. You do not want to mess with me. You just do not. You don't. Getting close. Oh no, might not make it. Oh, we did make it. Cool. Break it, we're going to race. You know what? You need to learn patience. Okay, but I also need to not punch children, so maybe we're both flawed. Wow, we actually had more time than I thought. We can shoot it to make it be faster, but it's so close to detonating on its own. Ow. That was cool. Of course it was. Look at him run. Pass the exam. We can tell him after this, right? Do we have to tell him, or can't he just know because he sees that the race is happening? Waiting for you. And it's free to race. Yeah, I don't know if there's a penalty for going early. But, you know, no like, entry fees, so... They don't have spikes like I do, but it's still not great running into them. I like the music remix. Yeah, I don't remember how easy this was. Damn it! As he hits me. It's not super easy. The one guy up there a little bit. It would stop hitting me. I made that shortcut. No. Wait, well, I'm behind. You weren't exactly victorious. That would suck if you had to start over again and beat that boss every time. Like, you could only enter once. Yeah, that... Oops, I was ready to go. Try to avoid them hitting me. Unless I can keep my spikes up. You get to hit you a couple times in a row or so. You really lose your speed. Doing better than last time. Hit a tree. And there's bombs, which you probably don't want to hit. Unless they don't hurt me, but they hurt them. Ah, lost it again. Screw you, Gorons. You suck. I'm the Great Darmani, and you need to just bow to me. You're already in a bowing position. No, I didn't. I meant to say no. Well, I'm glad I went for the race first, because it's taking me some time. Man, that's close. Isn't the race over? I had to reset it. Damn it. I don't know, let's do it this time. No, stay away. Why are they so fast? I got my spikes. I guess spikes aren't a measure of speed. If you're in the air, you can use the opportunity to slide your... Damn it, your thumb back. Who threw that bomb? Oh, of course. Like when they knock into me on this is when he says there's no way you can win. Oh, damn, come on, game. Could have won that if he didn't stop. Maybe we still can. I think he won by a hair. Yeah, that was close. If that jump didn't kill it. Bang jump. Thought I was early there, but no. Was after go. Oh, and that turn was so wide. Oh, what? That wasn't a jump? Oh, that didn't ruin us. I hit a bomb. Damn it, come on. Oh man, I hate that. Don't have to worry too much about the magic power, because you got the double. Remembered those stray fairies. Oh, you stay away. Yes, yes! Awesome. Oh, now that I was gonna say now that we have the Lens of Truth, we can do the dog race, but that's the Mask of Truth. Well, I did lose like 4 times, but thank you. I feel like there was like a little bottle of gold dust you could get as like a souvenir from someplace. I'll be just like you, quick. 1 time out of 5, sure. I don't need to be lazy and warp, it's right over there. I don't know how long the Stray Fairies are going to take now that we have all the doors unlocked and the fire arrows from the get-go. Oh, was it in a separate bottle? That's one of the bottles, cool. I could have kept my fairy. There's one in a snowball over here, and I tried to use my sword again. It's sunrise. Dawn isn't technically sunrise. What if the gold dust would expire after a certain amount of time? That would really suck. Yeah, I had no memory of the gold dust being in a new bottle. Oh, dawn is 6 a.m. Yeah, I guess, yeah, it wouldn't be called dawn if it was just midnight. Razor sword. Other times. Yes, I have gold dust. What if this is just like gold cocaine made out of gold and they don't even need it to make the sword? It's just his price. And quality. Yeah, it's good stuff. I'll do this for free, but don't tell anyone. And now we can get those stray fairies while we wait, because we don't have to. Well, actually, why not just advance time and have my sword to get the stray fairies? We can get them in 24 hours, like not even that long. Now this I'm not going to forget to do, because, you know, I already spent 100 rupees and I can just advance time right now. Who knew you could do so much in 3 days? So time advanced for me, like, quick, but not them. It was normal. It's done, see? Razor sword had been strengthened. Now it's a gilded sword. Better than ever, and will never break. You can't make a sword stronger than that. What do you mean you got rid of it for me? I wanted more. Can't work during the carnival, can you? Well, also, it's the sharpest it'll ever be. I mean, why not have the stronger sword for this? Why not have any sword for this? And then we'll do Romani Ranch next time. Either right away or like after Summer Great Bay or all of it, depending on if I forget. Oh, is he not a douchebag anymore? I've been doing this whole time. Why sit in a place like this? Oh, I guess he was mind controlled. That's not a douchebag. The person controlling him is. I really hope that the strafe areas will still show up on the map, since we have done them. Yeah, I was trying to avoid. There we go. So what do I want for this dungeon? Alright, the strafe areas do still show up. Oh, I need to get the keys again? That's lame. Well, that'll teach me to forget again. Or help teach me to forget, help me not forget again. But since the strafe areas will still show up, I don't need to worry about the mask. Okay, we'll put that there. And this there. I don't even have to fight you. Well, I guess we want the fairy mask for that. So they can come to me. Oh, why did I do that? I did that once before, like thinking that's gonna make me roll. Just that same button again. And one down there. And then we can get the chest. Missed it. Oh, I have the razor sword now, right. Wow, that is like 3 times stronger. Well, I guess because the gilded sword, the razor sword is twice as strong. This is 3 times? Wow. I guess that's what the giant's knife was, 3 times stronger than the original. Still just like, man, I can't believe I forgot. Well, this is gonna have one. Platforms. Oh yeah, you get one right away in there. Oh, no, so we don't need to be Deku Scrub for now. I guess it is fast when you're just coming back. Or is that chest always there? Yeah, okay, it is. No! Guess I shouldn't be wasting my magic power if I need it to use this. Oh, what the hell was that? That really just seems like weird and not supposed to happen. Yeah, it was like he was supposed to grab it and then he just didn't. Last time we did this the first try, no issue. Damn it! Son of a bitch, man. Link, it's the last day, you can't... We don't have time for these shenanigans. No need to be fancy. There, was that so hard? I mean, I shouldn't speak too soon. Alright, now I can speak. I don't have to be that No Doubt song and not speak. Oh, I went through this... Okay, I don't know why he jumped after that. Maybe the spikes just glitched him out. Oh, now it's just a blue rupee, because I mean, I guess, yeah, if I didn't have the compass anymore, I wouldn't see the stray fairies. Oof, fell even further. How many is that now? 4, I thought we had like 5. Now we'll have 5. Again, that wooden chest in the lava. Only this way will take us to the red one will take us to the first key door. I'm sure they set it up so you could use the keys in any order if you already had the items, but just in case. You don't use that character just in case anymore. That one had Stray Fairy in that crate, too. Do this one first. Wonder how much time would have been saved if I had remembered right away. I would have ended the stream at like maybe 15-ish minutes ago. No, that's what the Switch does, that's right. Drop things on me, gravity. Guess maybe I could one-shot them, or like, do now? Is my sword now as popular as a Goron fist? Or popular, as strong? Yeah, I mean, as long as there's a fairy in a bubble somewhere, I should keep the fairy mask ready. Or even the crate there. They do like to let their guard down, these wolfos. I feel like it's the only time I ever really needed a bomb besides that wall. Well, this is right here, so... Oh yeah, I still need to move this. Goron can probably move it faster. That seems the same. Weird. Well, it's almost noon. Hopefully I don't actually take too long. I'll go back. This is the key door, right? Yep. Gotta push that again. But it's faster, I forgot. And you can't climb these as a Goron, for whatever reason. They eat rocks, but they don't go to the gym? I don't know. Skip leg day all the time. Which I do too, but I could climb a crate. Or a wooden block or what have you. Oh yeah, those exist. Now back over this way. I feel like I remembered him doing flips jumping more than I've been seeing. There's one. Yeah, it is bombs, isn't it? Maybe I just didn't get it right there. There we go. I don't think we'll need bombs again in this dungeon. Oh yeah, I don't need to waste fire on that. And fire doesn't even make it fall faster. But it becomes a red rupee again, that's cool. And I guess it's not a chest. Facing the other way for some reason. I like how the wall's gone when you're on the other side of it. May as well get the rupees. Kind of drained a little bit to get that sword. I feel like another thing did too, but I don't remember. Oh yeah, the bomb bag. The biggest one. That was like 300 rupees right there that we didn't have to grind for because of the bank. Alright. Well. Small key's actually in this room, right? Yep, it is in there. There's only like one more small key to be had. We have 8. Oh, we have 9, even better than 8. Last time I under-guessed, this time over. There's a fairy in there somewhere. I'll see if I can guess it. Oh, I did get him. After the third one, I was gonna just say, alright, gonna use the Mask of Truth. Or the Lens of Truth. I don't have the Mask of Truth yet. Mixing those two items up. And that's one we probably want to do last. Which I guess we could do with the flower or just jumping, depending on where we are when we only have that one left. Oh yeah, so that's right there. We can't get to it yet. So it was always visible at some point. Or visible from the beginning, and then it got blocked off by the... I don't have the key yet. Where haven't I been? I mean, besides there. Only 3 and 4 left. Oh, it might be that down there. I guess it says I never went in here. Good. Yeah, killing these guys was a stray fairy. Yeah, I'll use a fire arrow. There's nothing down there. You can make that. I was remembering after I jumped. Oh, that I couldn't. Alright, we're almost there. We got like 10 or 11 right now. Then there's here. Which, I guess, there was a chest I wanted to get for the small key. Which I guess this is one way to enter it. Never really thought to drop down, but yeah, it's probably a small key, because that's the chest I can see before the place I can't reach. Yeah, it's in one of those chests. So if I warp to the final boss room, I think I have to fight the boss. Like, you can't just exit the room. These are the door bars behind you. Well, this is down. This is down, 311. I mean, that's only called down, not twice, but, you know, it's part of the lyrics. Now we can light the torches. Wants to play it safe, not do his flips. Yeah, as long as he doesn't fall. I don't know why I didn't remember this one being the fire arrows. I mean, it is an ice place. It is called Snowhead, to be fair. Then that. Don't want to do the punchies yet. Or we don't even ever have to, really. Don't need to go to the boss. Although I think from the boss is where the flower is to get that one that we jumped to. I want to enter the other green door. Then I could let him walk in there before, like I say, before the room loaded, but I guess it's not a room loading transition. Or I can fall. This is where you can reset that too, but no need. No need to reset the tower. This was the shortcut room, that's right. Ready to go through the other door. The one that we used a key on in the beginning. You're too lazy to switch. That is one thing Breath of the Wild does. I was gonna say it could be like, well, you're like you have your bow equipped, you could switch arrows, but that is what Breath of the Wild did. Alright, we're not gonna punch those for now. Unless we are. But I don't think we need to. Yeah, there's the key door. That sounds like a one word, key door. Ecuador. Well, if I'm shooting blind... Here we go. Alright, come to me, my fairy child. It's not safe. 12. No, we do need the fire arrows. If our lives being in danger, it wasn't needing it. Needing to proceed is needing it. 2 of them were from the Dino Falls, so yeah, just that one that you can fly into after. Kinda close. I don't know it'd be this close. There we go. Faster with this sword. I was fighting him as a Goron last time. Because isn't it like it really starts heating up when you have 6 hours left? I see where it is from here. This is how we got it last time, so I'm gonna get that Lens of Truth out. Did I have to aim the arrows to really see it last time? Definitely, yeah. Oh, phew, how we got it last time. Where do we see? Where do we see it? Where we did from here. We did it from the top of this thing. Could do the punching, but there it is. And you land on the flower, no damage. Look at it from the outside, you see the wall still. We go not up, the opposite of up. I believe it is called down. I don't know why I couldn't just go in there like that. I guess you can make it this way too, but there's no ramp. Oh, actually, it's not 6. It's at midnight. Because dawn is when it crashes. Alright, we got more time than I realized. I mean, even if it was 6 hours from now, we would still have time. Now, let's not repeat this mistake again with the other 2 temples. At least you can say yes or no on that. So I wouldn't have accidentally had to go to that. Which, we still would have been able to do it, but be cutting it close. Winning clutch. Imagine if I actually forgot again. Well, if I did forget again, I would have saved right there, so... But I was saving right there, wanting to be extra careful, so... If I had forgotten, I might not have done that save. Only the fairy would come to you right after you got the last one. Or if they would talk to you once you exit the temple to remind you. Or if I were in dumb forgetty pants. Is that a term? It is now. There it is. We're still with Goron. Go. Just gonna lose him again. Or I guess not really again when I reset the time, because he'll be reset. Now that's the regular hair. Should have put the mask on to freak her out. Like, oh, that green fairy, she's always playing pranks like that. No, the green fairy was the swamp. There's gotta have been a fairy that looked like that too. The original one. New sword technique. I have the spin attack. What's this one? Ma'am, do I look like I carry a sword? I wield my fists. So basically, this added on like another half hour for getting it. His eyes are freaking out. Mastered the spin attack. So it just upgraded the spin attack that we already had, that a fairy already gave us. You didn't give us anything too new. You kind of just... It's kind of like writing your name on a gift from someone else. Just did that with the spin attack I already had. Although it is better than the one I had, still. Well, we can go back to being regular old Link for a bit. And we just need to make a deposit. And save, and then we'll be done until next time. Productive stream. Imagine not being able to keep this sword, though. I wonder if you would keep the razor sword, because that is, like, temporary. You're amazing, you need something on a day like this. I guess every little bit counts, so I'm going to deposit that, too. I think before I just, like, didn't even acknowledge it, didn't deposit it. And this does... Maybe it just didn't go up to that level before, but it went up to the blue. Yeah, that uses a little bit of magic, and this uses kind of the same, I think. May as well just always do that one. Let's not forget to save. Actually, I was going to save after restarting time. So while that's going, I'll give the spiel. Yeah, thanks for stopping by the stream and bearing with me when I forgot about the stray fairies and how to get them again. I don't know, I guess when you're the one watching it, it might be a little more funny than if you're like not really groaner for you guys, I guess. More of a haha funny stream man forget. I don't know, it's just always people suffering, even if it's like barely suffering, like that wasn't really suffering, it's still funny to watch someone else do it. So hopefully that brought you some joy. But anyway, I missed my opportunity to do the spiel during that. I'll play the Song of Slow. But yeah, and then while that's going, I'll do the spiel. Thanks for stopping by the stream, as I said. I stream live on Twitch at Benjagamin. Always nice to have you guys in chat. Always appreciate a follow as well. And also YouTube is Benjagamin. Always appreciate a subscribe there. And social media, Twitter and Tumblr is, you want to know when I'm going to go live, you can follow one of those. And it's all linked on my Twitch page, and I will see you guys next time. But first I will save with this new time. Alright, now I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.